Up in the ring, Boyd Pierce is ready to introduce this event to you, so let's pick him up and get ready to listen.
This event, ladies and gentlemen, 2 out of 3 falls with a 1-hour time limit.
Let me tell you, Tiger Conway Jr., I intend to take your broken trophy and make you eat each and every piece of it, boy!
Two out of 3 falls, 1-hour time limit. In the blue corner, Seattle, Washington, Greg Valentine. 235 pounds from Houston, Tiger Conway Jr.
The voice that you heard was Gino Hernandez, who has been involved in a rugged feud with Tiger Conway Jr., and the feud has involved some 3 different trophies. There are only 2 remaining. He had pieces of one that was busted here last week over Conway's head, and as you may have heard, and I'm not sure whether you did or not, he says he is going to make Tiger Conway Jr. eat those trophies. He says that Conway Jr. cheated him in their battle and held onto his trunks to score a fall, which could be so because we have a picture that proves that Tiger Conway did it. But there wasn't any one of the fans in the Coliseum who would stand up and back Gino Hernandez's claim. That is, they couldn't get through the fans who were screaming for Tiger Conway. So we have had a lot going, but whether or not Tiger Conway will eat any trophies has no bearing on this particular match, as Conway responds to Greg Valentine in positive fashion. Greg Valentine, a man who has taken the New York area by storm, who has battled Bob Backlund, the WWF champion, to a draw on 2 occasions before packed houses at the New York's Madison Square Garden, and who is simultaneously trying to establish himself as the top star in Texas wrestling. His brother John Valentine at the ringside and in his brother's corner. So Conway with his back up against the ropes, and Greg Valentine, a man who has a tough style that is absolutely a carbon copy of the ruggedness that his brother exhibited during the years that he was part and part. There's Johnny Valentine watching intently as action happens up in that ring, and Tiger Conway Jr. gets in a position to deliver a smashing body slam. So Greg Valentine holed up in the corner, and the Tiger to move in on him. Greg found an opening that time, come up there with that knee. Now this 2 out of 3 fall match is a return match of a battle these fellas had about a month ago that literally ripped this building apart and demonstrated that Greg Valentine was going to be a man that people would have to reckon with. We knew that anyway, but he impressed fans with his all-round toughness. But against Tiger Conway Jr., who is possibly the most popular youngster of the year here right now, there's little question about that. None in the minds of most people. But he won an impromptu contest to determine who was number one as far as the fans were concerned, and he won. So Greg Valentine replies with a crotch hold, a lift, and a slam, and Conway landed with that arm underneath him. That's a way that you can suffer a broken arm. He's having trouble right now getting that arm to respond to use as Greg Valentine works on it and works away at the arm and the shoulder. Underneath, Tiger tries to move now to get into a better position from which he can make a move to get out of this predicament. And he's in a better spot now if he can turn into Greg Valentine, but it's a little difficult. That arm was held by a man who knows what he's doing. Greg Valentine putting the boots to him. And that one was delivered right squarely in the solar plexus. So Tiger's in trouble. He knows it. That crowding, pushing, shoving, mauling into the corner that time was
5 minutes.
a message that Greg Valentine doesn't intend to give him even a moment's respite. 5 minutes have gone by. This is the first fall of a 2 out of 3 fall match. So the Tiger is one arm down, and Greg knows it. He's after it. He's got it. He's looking for the fall. He could pin him now with his double wrist lock. He has rolled into top position, but you've got to hold him there, and that, of course, is the only criterion for victory. And Conway come up that time with a neat reversal, and this is one he learned from former world's heavyweight champion Lou Thesz, and he executed it perfectly. He switched the hold from being in trouble and likely to damage his arm. Here he is going to use a body slam on Greg Valentine, and he came down with a crash that time. And it's Greg Valentine in trouble. And you see the Tiger now opening up. And there is a great forward move. That driving, pounding with his head, that headbutt into the deltoid muscle to make it impossible for Greg Valentine to raise that left arm. Deltoid muscle's the one that does it. And Tiger has taken a leaf out of Valentine's book by pursuing that particular arm and damaging it all that he possibly can. Double wrist lock. The Tiger hangs on to it, and here is Greg's answer. Whoa, man, what a solid smash. And Greg Valentine just caught him absolutely perfectly that time and helped him in the direction in which he was going, and we have a ruined table. Crashed onto the timekeeper's table. Things went scattering in all directions, including people. And Tiger is on the floor. He hit that table broke it, slid down to the cold Coliseum concrete, and the table itself is one of the problems in rising up to his feet as Bronco Lubitsch tolls the count. But that was a hard landing. And Tiger is in trouble. Greg Valentine won't give him an inch. You can bet your boots on that. He landed on that table with half of his body, and you see the part that he's holding is exactly where the dividing line was. And Greg now goes to turn him over, looking for a Boston Crab. He knows he has injured the back. He is trying to concentrate the pressure on the Tiger's back. There it is. He's got it almost in position. Now if he can just break down a little bit further, he's going to have Tiger where he's going to have to quit. Fans screaming for Tiger Conway Jr. to be able to put his effort. He's straightening out little by little. He is gaining on Greg Valentine, who has not been able to break it down. He is trying to readjust his weight, and he is not succeeding, and he got out the hard way. Going for an atomic drop. Right on the knee, and oh, when you hit your tailbone and come down on that immovable knee, you're going to feel that shock all the way up through you. The Tiger that time got out before the 3
10 minutes.
10 minutes have gone by. This is the first fall of a 2 out of 3 fall match as Tiger Conway got around there beautifully. Here you see him now trying to, he tried for the small package, tried to roll him up, it didn't work, and Greg Valentine goes in for the head chopper, the guillotine drop. He did it. He did it. Greg Valentine.
The winner of the first fall, 10 minutes, 26 seconds, Greg Valentine.
He came around there with that move, and as he dropped in with the elbow, a typical Valentine trait, he came down with tremendous bouncing fashion. And the first fall goes to Greg Valentine. We'll be back here in a moment. Right now, we pause for this word from the studio. Up in the ring, there are less than 30 seconds remaining in the
15.
Brief intermission period, 15 seconds. Conway has not yet risen to his feet. He was working his back slowly while he was on his knees.
5, 4,
now
3,
as the countdown
2,
comes,
1, second fall.
there is the bell for the second fall of this battle. And as Conway gets up, it shows that the movements he was making have restored some of the mobility to that back. You may feel it in the morning, but right now, the sweat and the heat and the blood coursing through there are great to make you think you've recovered. When it starts to stiffen up, then you know you haven't. Bear hug, and note that Greg Valentine has taken the grip low. He has gotten right around the small of the back. He has put his knuckles into the spine of Tiger Conway Jr. He has pulled in there so that the knuckles bite in, and he has switched the pressure low and tough and hard and constant to try to work it. Now he shortens it up just a little bit by grabbing himself on the wrist, and Conway trying to find room to do something about this, get some space in there. He's got some little space, but he needs it up higher up on the body so that he can clobber Greg Valentine if possible. He's now, as he forces him back, oh man, how Greg Valentine came up there with that knee in the midsection and take. But it's the back is what is bothering Tiger. Greg was hoping that time to land all of his 240 pounds where it would damage Tiger a little bit further. It didn't work out that way. And John Valentine has left the ringside. He left during the intermission of the first and second period. He shook hands with Greg and then headed back in the direction of the dressing room. And the Valentine right now is enjoying his moment of superiority here right now and anticipating victory in 2 straight falls. And here he goes for the pin. There's 1, there's 2, but 2 is all, and young Conway becomes a bucking horse underneath there as he tries to keep Greg Valentine from pinning him. Greg now is milking the moment and ready to chop Tiger Conway's head off. Conway's not finished yet, and the effort of Valentine turns now to drop on him again, but this time Conway was not finished. The very fact that he got out of the first one should have warned Greg Valentine, but his brother wasn't there warning him. Hot exchange, a hot exchange by both Valentine and Tiger, but Tiger's headbutt is giving him the advantage, and this crowd here goes crazy as Tiger Conway lays it in there on Greg Valentine. And sweat flies all over the place here as they battle in the corner just above us, and those wallops land in against the jaw and the body, and there comes the headbutt again, and Tiger Conway Jr. goes for his favorite perch. He's looking for the flying headbutt right now, and whoa! I tell you, man, he hit him like you hit the cue ball. He came off there and slammed into Greg Valentine.
He went on the second fall. 3 minutes, 54 seconds, Tiger Conway Jr.
And the winner of the second fall, the equalizing fall, is Tiger Conway Jr. We'll be back here in a moment. But right now, let's pause for this word from the studio. Up in the ring, the time limit has not yet expired, and Gino Hernandez is waving a piece of the trophy around one of the several pieces he carried into the ring before the match, and Gino is baiting Tiger Conway Jr., trying to distract him, slamming at the timekeeper's table, which is just there. You can see how it sinks off to one side.
1 minute.
Gino is trying to distract and psych out young Tiger. Tiger right now looks like he wishes Gino Hernandez would go someplace and hibernate. He's got his hands full with Greg Valentine. There's no question about that. You can't go in the ring with Greg Valentine and not have your hands full. And Gino, holding one of the columns that last week
30 seconds.
held up a beautiful trophy, is trying to irritate Tiger Conway Jr.
15 seconds.
15 seconds yet to go in this intermission period of 2 minutes. And the feud between Conway and
4, 3,
Hernandez
2, 1. The bell.
blossoms even hotter if blossoms get hot, but let's just say it fires up even hotter. And there goes Tiger Conway Jr. over that top rope and into the body of Gino Hernandez, and we've got a private war going on here, and Greg Valentine has just come into possession of that column of the trophy, and now it's in the Tiger Conway Jr. just slammed into the shin or ankle of Gino Hernandez. Just hit him, and Tiger Conway Jr. has just won on a disqualification after
Jr.
Greg Valentine hit him with the column from the trophy. Conway Jr. is the winner on a disqualification. Gino Hernandez, who started all this mess, is down holding one leg. It's his left leg, and he is holding on to it. He has not made an effort to get up. He is trying to take off his shoe, and he is in deep trouble. And Conway up in the ring now gets these fans here screaming to support him, and the noise is tremendous as Gino finds the seconds going to work on him. He is underneath the ropes over here to our left. Tiger Conway is still standing. The match has been given to Tiger Conway Jr. Referee Bronco Lubitsch called for the bell when Valentine slammed into the Tiger with that piece of the trophy. But Gino Hernandez is being helped to the dressing room. He is not putting his foot down to the concrete. But this match goes as a victory on a disqualification to Tiger Conway Jr. And Gino Hernandez made a wrong move. We'll be back here in a moment after this word from the studio.